Hello, this is Anna McMillen with the University of West Alabama, LM 506, Literature for Children and Young Adults with Dr. Wilson. And this is my Book and Media Awards presentation. If I were giving this presentation, I would be giving this to my fellow colleagues and teachers to give them some ideas of award-winning books that they could use in their classroom and what the different awards signify. Moving into the genre of young adult literature, we have the Michael L. Prince Award, which is named for a former high school librarian who was an active member of the Young Adult Library Services Association, otherwise known as YALSA. This award is presented annually to an author whose work is distinguished for young adult literature. In the top right-hand corner, you can see the seal for this award. This particular award is especially near and dear to me as I have spent nearly a decade in the secondary English classroom. I appreciate that the award recognizes our diverse youth and can say that I've read a fair number of the Prince winners. I've included on this slide this year's winner, Firekeeper's Daughter, and some of the nominees that I did not include for this year were Concrete Rose, written by Angie Thomas, who also wrote The Hate U Give, Last Night at the Telegraph Club, which is written by Melinda Lowe, Revolution in Our Time, The Black Panther's Promise to the People, written by Kekla Magoon, and Starfish, written by Lisa Phipps. Of course, some of the past winners have included the legendary John Green and Looking for Alaska, which I have included on this slide, but also not included Jean Luen Yang's American Born Chinese and Walter Dean Meyer's Monster. I especially appreciate this award since it does recognize the diverse perspectives that our students so desperately need. Another one of my favorite awards in this slide is the Schneider Family Honor Book Award, since it does deal with an underrepresented culture. This award specifically honors books written and illustrated for adolescents, and they represent characters with disabilities. I included the seal, but something I really appreciate is that they include Braille in their seal. Some of the current and past Schneider Family Honor books are included on this slide. First, we have Emmanuel's Dream, which is about a young boy who overcomes the daily obstacles of being born with a deformed leg. And then we have The Words in My Hands, which is about a deaf individual in a futuristic world. I appreciate this award not only for recognizing writers and illustrators and readers with disabilities, but also for giving those marginalized people a voice. Another award that I'm particularly interested in, again, as a 10-year high school English teacher, is the Alex Award. This particular award is given to 10 books that are marketed for adults but appeal to young adults. Many students are thinking about what the world will be like for them as adults, and adult novels offer a tiny glimpse through a window into their futures and the concerns of adults. The two books on this slide were just one or a couple among the 10 winners for their years. I personally have read The House in the Cerulean Sea and found it charming. I actually was surprised to find that this book was marketed to adults, though it's not surprising since the main character is an adult surrounded by orphans. And then one of the winners for this year is The 100 Years of Lenny and Margot by Marianne Cronin. So this last slide includes my formative assessment. It is a QR code that I could get my coworkers to scan with their cell phones, or they could type the link in directly. And when they go to the link, it takes them to a Google form that only has 3 questions. The first question simply is trying to figure out what they remember. So it says name and describe at least one award that was presented today. The second question, how could you utilize this information in your own classroom? And then lastly, on a scale from 1 to 5, how would you rank the information you received today? And then this information would ultimately be used to help me decide whether or not I should present this information to the teachers or the students in the future. Thank you.